I'm not as experienced as these gentlemen and probably the rest of these people, so please bear with me. My name is Nancy Kellogg. I'm Program Associate for SWEEP. SWEEP is a public interest organization dedicated to advancing energy efficiency in the Southwest states of Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, Nevada, Utah, and Wyoming. How do we go? All right. SWEEP is part of a national organization of network of regional energy efficiency organizations, or RIOs. RIOs work through funded partnerships with U.S. Department of Energy, as well as utilities, third-party program administrators, public officials, various advocacy groups, businesses, foundations, ultimately providing people with more resilient and sustainable buildings for their communities to enjoy. Can you tell I'm nervous? Which and this is a similar slide that Sam was talking about nationally. It was not until communities started adopting the 2006 International Energy Conservation Code and the ASHRAE 90.1 2001, about 10 years ago, that energy use in buildings began to fall dramatically at that place right around 2006. And sorry for the, these are dots of houses. Electricity in Fort Collins, Colorado is provided by a community nonprofit utility. These graphs show the energy use intensity for electricity by year for single-family detached homes in Fort Collins, Colorado. Each dot represents a home built that year. Note the downward trend the dots have taken around 2014 when they adopted the 2012 IECC with amendments. And so it shows really, it's a downward trend, and it shows over there it's just going down. Per a Fort Collins building official, lastly, it looks like homes built between 1975 and 1985 do not perform very well from an energy efficiency standpoint. If you're wondering why I became a HERS rater years ago, my home was built in 1978. I married a man with a cold house, a warm heart and a cold house. And I had to get it warm. I wasn't going to live that way. And I'm sort of like your standard homeowner. Once you find out there's a better way and you can have comfort, I want it. And part of that thing, part of the whole energy efficiency thing, there's all kinds of systems and insulation and lights. But one of the key components of energy efficiency is air leakage. And testing it. And if we have time at the end, I can tell you one of 3 stories about air leakage, and I'll let you vote. It's a story about parrots, squirrels, or rats. So we can, from my experience as an energy rater. So. Since you guys live here, and you guys can read the slides, Arizona has been, communities in the West have long had a strong independent streak. As a home rule state like Colorado, mandatory building energy codes are adopted and enforced on the local level. But Arizona has been doing really well. You know, they're embracing their independence, and they're building great buildings, and they're adopting higher building codes. That's not the case in a lot of states. In one of the SWEEP states, it's really difficult to talk to them because they won't talk to us. They refuse to adopt higher codes and refuse to help their people. And Arizona's not like that, and I really appreciate it. And they're just advancing. I should stick with my notes. As of December 2015, 26 communities in, oh, I'm on the wrong, yeah, I'm on the, 26 communities in Arizona have adopted the 2012 IECC, and approximately 65% of all new construction activity in the state occurs in jurisdictions with 2012 IECC. So even though it's a home rule state, you're still adopting it, and you're making changes, which is great for all of your people. And I got this slide from the Department of Energy, and yes, there's more risks involved in everything, but it really is a short step to a zero home. You need to sign up to be a builder. You need to score. You need to build an efficient home and score in the low 50s. Start from there. Do an Energy Star house. Carefully select your construction materials and do the indoor air plus. Have the conduit and have the availability for future solar. Take care of your water management. And and then add the solar in the future. You've got a zero house from code. It's really not that far. Get those additional details and you're there. And your people will thank you for it. Mandalay Homes is an 8-time recipient of the U.S. Department of Energy's Innovation Award. Is there a Mandalay rep here? Would you stand up? Thank you. Thank you so much. In 2017, they were the winner of the Innovation of Production Homes and building the most homes in a year. Actually, through the years, Mandalay has built the most zero energy ready homes in the country, with Thrive Home Builders of Colorado coming in second, and Palo Duro Homes of New Mexico building the third most zero energy ready homes in the nation. Last year, I did a series of zero energy ready workshops. Sam was able to be with me for 3 of them. Thank you so much. And I started looking at the numbers. I was looking at the Department of Energy's zero energy ready home list. And people hear about California all the time and other states that do this great stuff. But I just started adding up all of the zero energy ready homes in the Southwest states, in sweep states. And we've got it over 60%. And we weren't even trying. I can't imagine if we were trying, you know. So I just love the Southwest. C&B, oh yes. Bill, please stand up. Thank you so much for building zero. You're seeing the future, and I'm sure your homeowners appreciate you. And we have Tanner McDonald, as also a zero builder. Please stand up, Tanner. In the future, I hope I come up here and just spend all my time listing all the great builders, because everyone will have the memo and everyone will be doing it. On December 1st, 2011, Tucson and Pima County released their voluntary net zero energy code. The communities have a goal to adopt this code as the base code in 2 code cycles. I guess they're still working on it. In the interim, the standard is voluntary for builders who would like to build net zero energy buildings. Arizona Electric Utilities, they've been great. And we have a couple of the utility people here. We have from SRP, Sharon, and we have Dee Dee Hessler from APS. Electric utility energy efficiency programs in Arizona ramped up starting in 2005 as a result of energy efficiency provisions in a rate case. APS, Arizona Public Service, TEP, Tucson Electric Power, and SRP, Salt River Project, significantly expanded their energy efficiency programs, increased energy savings since 2008. Combined, these three utilities helped their customers realize approximately 8.2 billion kilowatt hours in 2016 from programs implemented during the 2008-2016 cycle. Yes, thank you, Arizona, and thank you, the utilities. The savings are equal to about 12% of the total electricity used by customers in these three utilities in 2016. According to the American Council for Energy Efficiency, Energy Efficient Economy, Arizona is now one of the top states in the country with respect to utility energy savings. Thank you all for that. We really appreciate it. Yes, please. I have a slight change. I was at, I'm from the Denver area, and there was a solar energy conference I was at a couple days ago. And Esther knew this information, but I didn't. But Arizona is second only to California in residential solar power production. 2016, first quarter 17. Second to California. California is what? 6th or 7th in the world as an economy. And Arizona is second. Thank you again, Arizona. I'm so happy with my sweep states. God, you guys are the best. Arizona is 10th in the country in commercial solar power production. It's amazing. And 53% of all that solar power that was produced goes on the grid. So you guys are a powerhouse, literally. You're feeding the grid with your power. And you get to sell that. Well, I won't go there. I'm not, no. I got into this for the comfort. And all these other benefits are there too, you know, and so, I'm missing my slide. Oh well. I took a picture of I was driving by some wind farm over near in Colorado, and it was a pretty cool image. But basically, the caption said, "The future is energy positive." It's totally energy positive. I welcome all builders and building industry members to sign up and become a builder, a ZERH builder, and an innovative partner with the Department of Energy. It is free to join. The Zero Energy Ready Home Wave of the Future is strong in Arizona. Please contact me after this presentation to talk about possibly adding a Zero Energy Ready or Zero Net Energy voluntary code, stretch code, similar to Scottsdale, to encourage progressive builders to build to that. I'm not suggesting that you make it mandatory, but giving the opportunity and the education, encouragement for the community to go toward, to have an incentive program to go toward zero net energy and zero energy ready. And I wanted to thank Esther for inviting me and doing this presentation. Thank you so much. And my other presenters being here too. And thank you for coming. And please speak with me. My name is Nancy. I'm with SWEEP. And I'd love to hear from you. Oh, do we have time? So we have time? How many people want to hear about squirrels? How many people want to hear about rats? And who wants the parrots? All right, parrots win. I was an energy rater. I'm not certified at the moment, but I would go into people's homes and try to help them. And I had the privilege of helping Excel Energy they did a pilot program where the unfortunate term an audit on houses, and then they did home performance with Energy Star, where we would check the houses, do an inspection, do the audit, make the improvements, and then test it out afterwards. And I had the privilege to interview every person that went through the program and made the improvements, and I asked them how it went. You know, if it was successful, if they're comfortable, if their bills are lower or whatever, how the program was working. And I had this one lady, and I asked her if she was happy with the program, if her bill went down, and she said no, she hasn't gotten her bills yet, but she did not care because her parrots were happy. And I'm like, oh, do tell. And I guess she lived in Evergreen, Colorado, which is a real nice community just outside Denver in the mountains. And she had a boiler system, and she had parrots. And I guess parrots like to be in a humid environment. And her air leakage in her home was about 67% of it left out every hour. That's very average for Colorado. 60% is average. So every hour there's that type of exchange of air. And she had 5 humidifiers running 24/7, and she could only get up to 29% humidity. And then she did the energy work. And she got down to right around 33% air leakage, and she could have 1 humidifier running on low, and she was staying at 39% humidity. I like that story because it gives you a visual of air leakage. And then I teased her. I said, tell me, you were trying to humidify Colorado, weren't you? And she goes, I was, 1 gallon at a time, and it was killing me. And so I got into this for the comfort. And people, once they find out they can have comfort, they can have happy parrots, they can have healthy kids, they buy it. And I've had multiple clients where they're in an energy efficient home, they never go back. They never go back to another one. I've had clients, they'll get a new home, and if they can't get what they want, they make what they buy, the energy efficient and going towards zero. They're not going to go back. Once you've experienced that comfort, and same with your clients and your customers. Thank you. I appreciate you.